Hey everyone, Sakurayasen here, and welcome to another episode of Pointy Chins, where I take you through my art journey. And we begin with more K stuff. I hope it's okay that I keep showing you K. That's just what the reality is, you know. So I thought I'd give her some kind of weapon thing, maybe. And I was thinking of making it like a spoon, or based on a spoon. And then I thought of this thing where it like opens up and fires stuff. I'm trying to think what it would look like in more of a 3/4 view. And I had this idea about the ship where right now the ship looks like this, but I thought, okay, so maybe it has a smaller version where this is the original design. It was this small ship that was super fast and it had huge engines. And this is, where the captain and the crew live. And then it was modified to pull along this Yummy Company restaurant thing. And originally the restaurant just looked like that, and this was the ship, and then they combined them so they could get away from being prosecuted by authorities for selling dead people as food. So, here's some drawings from reference, and cats. More cats, and not really feeling these two, but these ones are okay, I guess. Maybe not this one. I'm not really happy with the perspective and how it looks. But these ones actually, they're from reference, but I did caricature it a bit more, stretching forms. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. It's very stretched. The legs, if I just hide the body, they look like they're fairly normal. And if I hide the legs, the body looks normal, but with them both, it's kind of strange, but for me, somehow it's still working, and I'm pleased with that, because usually things don't seem to work well. And here's some composition ideas for different types of K art, which this one became a piece, this one did too, and this one, and this one, and this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually, I turned them into more fleshed out pictures, and you can see those on my DeviantArt and or Tumblr. And drawing Arsha, thinking of a tattoo. I thought it would suit her to have a tattoo, and so I was trying to think of different designs. I try and think of them as fitting in a basic shape. So here I'm creating a circle first, and then trying to fit, like maybe she has a hammer, and then I finally settled on a trident. And then trying to figure out the measurements of it. So if I wanted to recreate this shape, how would I do it? Noticing okay, so these points sort of land on one line with this arrow. And then if this is the halfway point, it sort of matches this outside sharp point, and then it comes around. And then you've got these two circle cutout things, and then this shape. And then once I had that, I could, keep redrawing that. And then here I'm just drawing it from memory. At first I have to look at the original design, but after a while you just can do it from memory. And then here, just put that tattoo on Arsha. And here, different poses, trying to come up with characters. Changing the proportions here a bit, actually, with small, short legs. Just to experiment. And this guy's just really strong or whatever, I don't know. I'm trying to get motion again, and trying to get an up tilt view, and I thought this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, and just getting, okay, that's better. And then K in, cricket form, doing poses, again, still not happy with the shoes and how they interfere with just gesture lines, because you see, here you've got this nice curve, and then boop, resolves in a straight, which is annoying. Whereas for this one, for instance, this is not so bad, because you've got this straight line, and it goes down and down and down, and it continues as a straight, so that's okay. But when you have curved lines, and then it resolves as a straight, it comes across as awkward. And then here's some more trying to think in 3D starting with some sketchy lines with red or orange or whatever color it was that I used pen here. And then, thinking about dynamic stuff. And here, like, okay, so I'll do these K-type style things. And then by the end, I get really... this is something that was happening a lot. And here I was just trying to build characters off basic shapes, circle, square, triangle. This starts to happen more, where another sketchy style seems to come out. And so it's like, whatever. And I drew more K stuff and trying to do that style. And then this again, it starts to come out as like a more depressed, agonized feeling. And then I start to draw these, and then it gets sooner into this sort of lost, neither here nor there style where things are drawn differently. It's getting more like my secret sketchbook. It's not really a secret sketchbook anymore, so I call it my black sketchbook. If you've seen my video on YouTube, I have a video where I go through my secret sketchbook and explain my story and stuff, and these are looking more like those sketches. And so I thought maybe I just need to do new things. So I drew animals because, do something different for a change. And then I went back to drawing, in the original Pointy Chins K style, or the Pointy Chin style, which I was using for K. And came up with some, cooks and stuff. And I don't really like this one, but this one's okay. This one's okay. Don't like this one. And this one's, not really feeling it. And then back to the black sketchbook thing of just the faces being built off more organic shapes, not really pointy so much here. There's some sharpness to it, but it's a lot more fluid and less structured in terms of basic shapes, more just amorphous shapes. And don't hate this one. I had to do some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle commission thing, and I was just trying to think of compositions, and none of these were working, and I didn't know why it wasn't working, and I felt really lost, and I got mad, and I'll do this later, I'll deal with this later. And here's some more composition-y things. Just, I don't know if you can feel it, but I was feeling pretty out of sorts and lost. And again, switching to a more caricatured style, playing with different shapes and faces, just doing faces and getting away from drawing bodies. Continuing here with that, the faces are starting to look more sad as well. It probably reflects my internal state. This guy's a bit lost. And this type of thing too, like this figure to me looks really, I don't know, out of it, but maybe that's just me seeing it and it doesn't really look like that, but I get that feeling. And then again, just like, what is this? But I tried not to fight it too much because, I don't know, I figure it's never good to fight yourself in art. It's better to work with yourself. If you have, for instance, if you're really interested, sometimes people will tell me, what should I do? Should I do this? Should I draw from reference? But I really feel like drawing from imagination. It's like, didn't draw from imagination. Do what you really feel like doing, because there's probably a reason. There's probably something you want to figure out, and maybe you're not aware of it. Maybe it's subconscious or even unconscious, but something's happening. And I believed that anyway. I chose to believe that. Okay, even though I don't really like where this is going, I don't know why my sharp things are going away and I'm drawing in this more semi-realistic style and it's very scribbly. I have to believe it's for a reason. And here it's not even scribbly, it's just sort of like dashed lines. But I used to draw very scribbly. And if you've seen my not very early, but my earlier videos, I had a lot of speed sketches that would start off as just scribbles. And again, they're just faces. And then here it's almost like the old Pointy Chin style starts to reassert itself. It's still more caricatured, but it gets shifted again. It's almost like a battle is going on inside my head of which style is winning, and like this guy's and this looks like the head's like broken, just twisted completely all the way around, but more composition-y stuff. And then again, getting this type of stuff. I do this a lot in my black sketchbook. These lines, I just scribble and let my arm take me wherever it wants to. And so something more realistic, and then getting more into the Pointy Chin style, and then more Pointy Chins, and then more black sketchbook, and then some of the other types of styles with the black sketchbook. And then this guy, which I really like this small one. But yeah, it's like different styles fighting on the page for dominance. And then I decided to go back to that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing. I was drawing this, and it's like, why does this not look cool? And then I remembered, oh wait, I do big necks. And then, okay, add the big neck, and it started to look better. Okay, this is starting to feel more comfortable. Yeah. And I started looking at different artists, thinking maybe that's the issue. Maybe I need to look at artists more. So this is after an artist called Blade, Buredo. And so I drew this, and then I did the same thing, but with K, like same pose and same composition, but put K in there. And then this one's from Slugbox. And then tried to do the same thing. This one's just from Imagination, and then this one's another Slugbox one, and then I tried to, put K in the same composition and pose, and, just to see if I'm learning anything. I thought if I just do a copy, that's not going to be good enough. I won't remember it so well, but if I translate it into my own character and my own style, but keep the pose out, I'll be learning more. At least that was the idea, and more drawing from reference. It's pretty easy for me anyway to spot. I'm wondering if it's as easy for you to spot the ones from reference as opposed to the ones from Imagination. But anyway, like this one's from Imagination, this one's from Imagination, this one's from Imagination, but this one's from reference. And more crickets. Doing some life drawing. I really hated drawing at this point. I was feeling so, I don't know, lost, and like I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was happening with drawing, and every day felt like a chore. You'll notice there haven't been that many double pages or triple pages in a while, and that's because it just felt like, I've got to do my drawing in the morning and then get that over with and then go do work and stuff. But I would wake up and think, okay, I have to do a drawing page. What am I going to draw? I guess I'll draw from reference. Same thing here. I guess I'll draw from reference. Or maybe this is from Imagination? I'm not sure. Yeah, at this point I can't really tell. And then trying different shapes, different characters, different proportions. Draw a guy. This weird pushed character, and drawing from Imagination again, trying to remember stuff that I get from drawing from reference. Don't like that page. And then here, I went to Anime Fest in the Czech Republic in Brno, which is a beautiful city, and it was a really nice event. They invited me to be a panel speaker. So I went there, and I guess the next month will be more on that. And this is one of the guys that was around. And yeah, see the style, like the pointy thing is going strange in that it's trying to be pointy, but it's not really. And it's just fighting. It's looking stupid with the pointy chins. I wonder if I'm making fun of myself for my own style here. But yeah, another month, another episode, and let's hope this gets better. I mean, I know it will, but having to be all, suspenseful and, is this going to get even worse, or is this going to get any better? So I hope you stick around for the next month, and I hope you get stuff out of this, and thanks for watching.